¿Tú cocinas para tu novio?
Sí.
¿Tú limpas para tu novio?
No.
¿Tú no limpas para tu novio?
No.
¿Sí?
No, porque no soy sirvienta, soy
¿Por qué?
novia.
Okay.
Novia, no esposa.
No es... Oh, okay. Good morning, world. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy FRE$H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why, just check out the channel. And this is going to be the second edition of Conversations with Black Women. Now, when I travel around the world, I try to hold on, let me fix the camera real quick, y'all. There we go, a little bit better. Es mejor. All right. So when I travel around the world, I try to give an example because us in the United States as black people, we think a lot of us, I won't say the majority, I say there's a lot of us that believe that the only people that are black are in the United States. So when it comes to dating and people say, oh, you go out of the country to date women that's not black, I try to educate people and say, hey, that's not completely true, because in Colombia, in Brazil, in Haiti, and Dominican Republic, those people went through slavery too. Now, if you say Africa, they didn't go through slavery like us, but we all went through, our generations, our ancestry went through the same stuff. So I tried to give you guys a look into how it is dating black women outside of the United States. Not to say that you need to or there's a reason for you to do, but just to give you an option, because you don't really get that option if you don't know it. So, yo tengo 20 preguntas. 20 preguntas. I have like 20 questions I'm going to ask her, and then we'll have a conversation based on the questions. This might not be too long because we just did a live and it was dope, but okay. Yo hablo con personas de mi país, Estados Unidos, y tú vives en
Colombia.
¿qué ciudad?
Santa Marta.
Santa Marta, Colombia. Mira, y en Estados Unidos, los negras dice moreno o negra, pero es para las personas de descendientes de África, sí, pero morenos, bueno, negro. En Estados Unidos, las mujeres y los hombres, tengo un poco problema, porque I'm basically trying to explain to her what we're going to talk about before we get into it. I'll explain to you guys afterwards. Las personas de la moreno negro de Estados Unidos crían morenos solo en Estados Unidos. So yo visito el mundo y si esa mujer de morena, pero aquí que tú vivas tú, morena, negra, colombiana, ¿qué es el nombre para
aquí? O sea, morena, negra.
¿Es todas? ¿Es no problema?
No.
So, as I basically asked her, what do they call, like, what do black people call themselves, or women call themselves, or men call themselves here as black people? They say they don't have a problem with saying morena or negra es mismo. See, the difference basically is just that moreno es negra and blanca, y negra es solo negra. See? Mm-hmm. So it's mixed is morena, but in the United States, what I tell people is that because the United States is the #1 economy in the world, you got to understand what the United States says is pretty much what is dominated by the world. So if they have a thing and say if you have 5% of your blood is black, then you're black. So for those people that might think that everybody has their own perspective, but for those people who say, oh, everyone is mixed, well, in the United States, if you're mixed, you're black by law. So well, definition. So that's how I try to give you like a view. All right, so I'm gonna ask her, what is it like dating here in Colombia as a black woman? ¿Qué es ¿cómo se dice? Un cita? Date. All right. ¿Te gusta? ¿Qué tú prefieres para hombres? ¿Tú tienes un preference?
Sí.
¿Sí? ¿Qué tú prefieres?
Negros.
¿Negros?
Sí.
Negros. ¿Negros de Colombia o negros de otros extranjeros?
No importa la ciudad o el país, no importa.
Okay, so she likes black men, and it doesn't matter if they're from what city or what country they're from. She likes her preference is black men. She's not saying she doesn't date other people, but her preference is black men. Es difícil para tú hablar con un negro aquí porque aquí es un poco machismo.
No, sí, mucho.
Mucho difícil, pero te gusta.
Pues sí, son autoritarios.
Alright, so basically, machismo, for those that don't know, is like very masculine, very aggressive, muy fuerte, es un hombre. But it's not like in the United States they would consider us, and they would consider us less it's people here too, so they would consider us less machismo because we've been taught to be more what is the word I'm looking for, Chizzy? Like we've been taught to be more like subservient or something like that through generations of what's the name, so it's less machismo, so they usually have that's the difference basically. So la negros de aquí es difícil para oh no I don't want to ask that because she's not a man, so I don't want to ask that.
Que si los negros de aquí...
¿Qué tú expectes? First, let me start again. ¿Tú cocinas?
No.
Sí, so it's not. ¿Tú limpias?
Limpio.
¿Tú limpio? ¿Limpio la casa?
No.
She's not everywhere. Pero sé tú puedes un hombre. Sé tú puedes un novio.
Sí, con un novio. Pues
Sí.
él también me tiene que ayudar.
Sí.
Sí.
¿Tú cocinas para tu novio?
Sin él.
¿Tú limpias para tu novio?
No.
¿Tú no limpias para tu novio?
No.
Sí.
No, porque no soy sirvienta, soy
¿Por qué?
novia.
Okay.
Novia, no esposa.
No, it's, oh, okay. So she made it clear difference. Okay, now here's the thing I was trying to ask you because a lot of people say they complain about like black women not cooking and cleaning for men, and I try to tell people it's not the majority of black women in the United States. It's not my experience at least. But so far places we went, other countries like right now we're in Cali, Colombia. She's from Santa Marta, but in other countries everybody says, oh, all the women cook and clean, but she just broke down something that makes sense. Ella no cocina, no limpia para un novio, pero para un esposo.
Sí, y por eso no tengo.
See, but she doesn't have one right now, so she's saying she doesn't cook and clean for her boyfriend, but it's levels to it basically. Now in the States, a lot of men are going to expect women to cook and clean for them as a boyfriend. Women, they do. En Estados Unidos, las mujeres cocina para y limpar para veces un poco o más, pero en Estados Unidos las mujeres cocina y limpia para el novio, pero aquí no.
No, porque son novios, no esposos. Ya, aunque vivan, eso no importa porque un hombre también puede ayudar a una mujer, ¿no?
Yes. Okay. So they say sometimes. So she's basically doing. She's giving us the difference between why they do it for husbands because it's more serious relationship. Es más esposas de novia aquí. ¿Sí? ¿Cuántos longos tú necesitas conocer una persona para marido?
Bueno.
I basically asked her how long does she need to know somebody before they get married.
Pues no es conocerlo, es que a la persona como que le guste tener marido y a mí no me gusta.
No me gusta marido?
No.
¿Tú no quieres marido?
No, no quiero.
That was a ringer. That was a ring. Okay.
Sugar daddy, sí.
That threw me off. That threw me off a little bit. But like I said, this is all real conversation. This is me just giving you guys real. This is not staged. This is just the real. So basically, what she just said was that it depends on the person or the woman. It depends on the woman when she wants to get married or how long she expects to get married. But her in particular, for her personally, she doesn't want to get married. But let's get more into that, okay? ¿Por qué tú no quieres marido?
Porque yo quiero pues tener libre mi vida, libertad, me gusta la libertad. ¿Ya?
¿Libertad?
Sí, me gusta la libertad, por eso no quiero tener
¿Y escuela?
También estudio por eso. O sea, me gusta ser Independiente, libre.
Independent black woman abroad. For all those that believe that there are no black women abroad and they're subservient, I'm showing you right here, es mujeres de independencia. Because en mi país dice muchos hombres, las mujeres dice muchos hombres vas a otro país para mujeres porque mujeres en otro país hago todas tú quieres as hombre. Mujeres de Estados Unidos dice una mujer en otro país, un hombre vas para un otro país porque las mujeres hago todo, dice limpia, clean. Pero ¿es no correcto?
Sí, es correcto.
¿Es correcto?
Sí.
Pero tú no limpias.
Yo no limpio, pero te puedo mandar que limpie. Un ejemplo, tú eres mi marido, yo te digo, ve, limpia. Tú también puedes limpiar.
Okay. See, so this is kind of taken away from what a lot of people believe, that they're all subservient. She says she's willing to do it for her husband, but she doesn't want to get married because she is independent right now and she's working on a career as un doctor. No, at a hospital. See, she's working on a career at the hospital, and she's in school. She's at último año. See, it's her last year in college, and she's finishing up her stuff so she can work at a hospital. And you know, she says right now she just wants to have fun and she wants to get her career straight. It's the same thing. These conversations just show you it's the exact same thing when you go abroad. And you see she's an amazingly beautiful woman. Muy linda, see? Amazingly beautiful woman. And she's having a conversation. She's not talking bad on anything. It's just giving you an example of a different life. And that's why I make these videos, because a lot of people, because of what was shown in the media in the States, because of the 400 years of slavery for black people, because Jim Crow, because all these reasons, everybody looks at the problem. But you can't look at the problem you can't look at the symptoms without finding out what disease caused it and then trying to adjust to the disease. Everybody's trying to fight the symptoms. You'll never be able to fight the symptoms if you never look at the disease. And the disease is not having the knowledge of history. And that's what I'm trying to introduce or hit to you guys. All right. Dos preguntas más, porque es muy largo. ¿Qué te gusta en un hombre? ¿Qué tú quieres en un hombre?
¿Qué quiero?
I basically asked, what does she want in a man? Or what does she like in a man?
Yo quiero un hombre que sea amoroso.
Amoroso.
Detallista, comprensivo y que me apoye en lo que yo decida.
¿Qué quieres?
Que me apoye en lo que yo decida. O sea, que me apoye en mis decisiones, ¿me entiendes?
No entiendo
Decisiones, metas, sueños.
Nietos sueños.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so very suave. She wants to be very kind. She wants a guy basically that's like not super aggressive, no mucho machismo, muy suave y inteligente.
Pues sí, también.
Pues sí, can be, okay. Alto, fuerte.
No, el físico no me importa.
Physical, no, see, so physical is not. You guys can understand that. The physical is not important. It's all about how they treat you. Como él hago contigo, ¿sí? Es importante el hombre es bueno para tú. El simpático es habla.
Que hable y que se ría.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to help you guys. Like, so this is all at the last minute, but I always do it this way. Más que pregunta. ¿Tú tienes un TikTok?
Sí, tengo TikTok.
I'll put her TikTok in the description.
Instagram, está bien.
Okay. Is that all right? I'll put her TikTok in the description, so you follow her TikTok. She's un futura influencer, a future influencer, and I'll put her Instagram at the beginning, and again I'll put it like right here so you guys can follow her. Show some support, man. If you're in the Santa Marta area, she might be able to give you some advice of where to go. And gracias para tu tiempo. Dice adiós para Estados Unidos, amigos y amigas.
Adiós.
Adiós. Peace. Good morning, world.